how are you? It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Missing the football, which I know we all are.
Mhm.
Where are you at the minute? You at the school?
Yeah, I'm at Buckswood right now.
How are you finding it?
It's been good so far. We're still training.
Yeah, you got Coach
Not
Dan
like
there.
before, but yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Gabs, you've been there at least 4 years now.
Yeah, 4 years.
Um, and so obviously this year has been a bit ruined really by this pandemic, but not a lot we can do about it. But at least you've managed to spend some time, to play, etc. And you've also been quite lucky in the fact that you've had a nice varied input of coaches over the last 4 years. Not just myself. You've had, obviously previous heads of football, and obviously now you're under the auspices of Trevor. How are you? How have you found your time at the academy?
It's been really good. I've enjoyed it, and I'd say learning from all of them, Magro, Rafa, you yourself, and Trevor, has been good.
Mm-hmm.
And I've learned different styles of play, different tactics, and it's helped me a lot. So it's good.
Yeah. You're you've been there a while. You're a very emotional player, for want of a better way of putting it. But you're definitely one of our most creative. What would you say has been the biggest impact on your game to date?
The biggest impact,
Yeah, what's been the standout moment for you? What has you said? Look, oh yeah, that has made me who I am today. That sort of thing.
I think getting talks by Trevor, for example, like him trying to help me improve my game, as well as Rafa, the other coach, and you yourself. You told me about emotional control, and I do try and work on it, but I'm just competitive, but I'm learning. I think all the matches I've played, like at Buckswood, full Buckswood, under all these coaches, it's been good and it's helped me. And I've seen football from different angles, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Would you say the emotional side of your game has been the hardest challenge for you?
Definitely, but I'm still working on it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've spoken many times, and obviously your brother Nick was at the school as well, and Nick also was a slightly emotional person. And again, there's nothing wrong with it, providing you can channel it into the right direction. Make it so it's a positive influence on yourself and those around you than the negative one that sometimes does come out. And that's not having a go, but I mean, it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could then enhance that, if you could embrace it and hold that energy, I think you'd be the complete package. What basic question then, why did you choose to come to Buckswood in the first place?
At first it wasn't really my intention, because I was kind of forced because my brother was here.
Yeah.
So my dad said I should join. But at this point when I came, I didn't really have much interest in football. But
Okay.
I think as I started, because I stopped playing football for quite a while, and when I started in Form 3, I really just kind of fell in love with football again. And I think midway through Form 3, I said, I'm going to try and take this a bit more serious, if that makes sense. But yeah. And that's why I came to Buckswood. Not really for the football, but it's just something I wanted to do for fun at first, but then it became an interest again in my life. So, yeah.
I was talking to Diego this morning, and you know, we we were saying that actually, as a group, from Form 3 going through the years, you were a very strong team, but you've been unlucky not to have achieved more than you have, if that makes sense. I know we've been to a couple of quarterfinals. We've always got up to the upper echelons of games, but we've never been able to push you guys past that marker. Has there been any game that you've played where you felt that actually you could win that competition?
Last year, I think it was quarter. I'm not sure. Quarterfinals around the 16th, where we were down 2-0, and when we came back, I thought, and we won 4-2. Like, I really thought that we should have done better, and I thought that we could have won because we had a bit of momentum on our side, I would say. And so, but we were unlucky. But yeah.
I mean, why do you think it's not quite worked for the group? I mean, obviously now you're in the seniors, and to be honest, had this pandemic not happened, I think you would have got at least one winners' medal this year, definitely, because of the way the team was forming, and under Trevor, it was you could see green shoots, as they say, of some really good teamwork. What do you think? What do you think has been missing though in the past? If you say coaching, I will edit it out.
For our age group, like
before you turn into seniors, so 14s, 15s, 16s. What do you think has been missing?
Like, I think our team chemistry. Like, we've had a lot of great players. Like Terry, Diego, Caleb, Edmund, kind of last year, but like, I don't know, we've not been able to put it together and actually win games. But I don't know, I think we were unlucky because if we had the same teams consistently, because like in Form 3, moving into Form 4, our team changed a lot, and like we were missing a lot of key players. And then same last year, where we moved from Form 4 to Form 5, a lot of players left, and so it was just hard to keep that chemistry with the team.
I mean, that's the nature of the beast, so to speak. I mean, there's a lot of people that come into private schools for a year or a term or whatever, and then they leave. And we've always said, isn't it, if we could keep the core of any team for more than a year, then we it'll only be better the following year. But like you say, I think you're right. I think we've had a lot of changes in your team, through the years. I mean, prime example of that is if you look at the current under 16s, who obviously won the under 15s final. The core of the team that got them to the final was still there. I mean, yes, they were missing our Spanish friends, but the core of the team was still there. JJ was there, Emil was there, and there were others in the team that were there from the previous years. So Koki and what have you had already got there before. So I think that was evident when they played the game. Who in the times that you've been, in all the teams you've been in, who is the one player you really enjoy playing alongside?
Diego. Like, I don't know, he's a really good striker, and I like playing with him because he makes his runs sometimes, and yeah, he's very good at finishing, so I like playing with him. Yeah, I also like playing with Alex.
Yeah,
because I don't know, like, he's just a good player, and good players understand each other. Yeah. I like playing with Luca as well.
You like playing with Luca as well, do you?
I really like playing with Luca, but yeah, hopefully we can play more next year.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously I've spoken to Luca and I've spoken to Diego, and both of them have mentioned you at some point in the conversation. So it's nice. It's nice to know that there's that mutual respect going on. So in training, you obviously, I say you're now in seniors training, so you do some training obviously between September and December. Out of all the people you train with, who's the toughest to play against?
The toughest, obviously, Prince, probably.
Yeah.
But I think Felipe as well is quite tough to play against. Alex, when he's fit and not injured. Also, Abdul, because Abdul's quite strong and physical, and so he's difficult to play against. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's good. Why do you find them so difficult? I mean, obviously I understand Alex because he is a brick wall to play against sometimes. And Prince, again, he's been mentioned in a few of the interviews being the biggest challenge because he is just so creative.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see in Felipe and Luca?
Felipe, like, he can really finish. Like, I don't know, his off the ball movement. Like, we play in the same position, and I think that's something, if I could add to my game, it would make me a lot better. And so I admire that. And seeing him play, like, he's very good, and his finishing as well is pretty good. But yeah, he also he also tracks back, and so like I would love to add that to my game.
Yeah, we're both laughing at that because we know how many times we've discussed that ourselves, haven't we? As I say, you are, and I said, and you'll see it on Diego's one, is that you are an extremely creative player, and you were always in the first few picks of the team sheet. You know that. But the only two things we've ever spoken about is your emotional control and giving some defensive cover to our fullbacks. But you're an amazing player. You really are, and one of the players that we obviously want to push further and try and help you as much as we can. So you trying to think now. So basically, what is your dream? What do you want to achieve when you finish at Buckswood, whenever time that is? What do you want to achieve?
I want to play professional football, and I would like to do that here in England. But if it's not possible, then somewhere in Europe at least. So yeah, I want to play in top divisions, preferably as well. But like obviously, I have to work hard for that. And yeah, this is my dream.
What would be the dream team?
Dream team? Like
yeah.
Obviously Chelsea.
Okay, I'll let you off. If you said Manchester United, I'd have ended the interview there. It would have been finished.
No, dream team, obviously Chelsea.
Okay, that's good. That's good. If the pro thing doesn't come off, because as you know, we never promise anything like that. We tell you that we think you're good enough, but anything can happen. You could have an injury, you could go off the rails, as they say. That sort of thing. What's your backup plan?
I'm still thinking about it, but like I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah.
Maybe I might go into uni and do a business course.
Yeah.
Or I really like biology and sciences, so maybe I could combine it with sports. Yeah.
You could do a sports science.
Exactly, but I do think about it, but I'm still not sure.
As you know, and this will come up in a lot of the interviews. I say this all the time. Even if you became a professional footballer, as well as I do that it's a small amount of time in your life, and there has to be something after that. And you know, even if you make it to the very top, as in, you know, the most wanted player, there's only so many television spots that we could put people on. Do you know what I mean? So there has to be a backup plan. So, you know, I'm not saying you have to think of it now, but it's certainly something you need to be considered of. And obviously you need to make sure that your academics are high, which I know with you, I know that you're quite a bright young man, so you're not too bad with your academics. Occasionally, I'll have to have a word with you about you've missed something or you've not done something right. But other than that, from what I understand, you're an extremely bright young man. You've already said that the reason why you came to Buckswood was because Nick was here.
Yeah.
If Nick hadn't been here,
Yeah.
what do you think you'd be doing now?
I have no clue. Like, I don't know. Maybe somehow I would have found football again and started playing it, but I definitely wouldn't have taken it as serious if I didn't come here.
Did Buckswood did the fact that the people not just obviously I'm not trying to blow my own horn, but the guys in your age group as you've gone through, do you think that's been a big influence on you falling in love with the game again and wanting to push yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Because, like, I don't know, there's just some games where, like, there's just some games that, like, really, I don't know, give you confidence. And, like, where the team is just, like, I don't know, in one flow, and it's really amazing. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really amazing. And it's just moments like that that make me like or love this game, I guess. And yeah, so I think my teammates are obviously a part of why I've fallen in love with football.
Do you have a standout moment or a standout game?
Well, I do have a few, but as a team or individual?
Whatever stands out for you.
I've got two as a team. Like, one was obviously the under-16 final. Like, it wasn't really my team, so like I don't know, like I was a bit of an outsider with that group, so I don't know. That it was still nice to get to the final and play at St. George's, but that was a good experience. But it wasn't really my age group, and I didn't really know them as much as I knew the under-15s at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of them, and the other one is probably that game last year with the under-16s, and we're down 2-0, and in the last 10 minutes we scored 2 goals. We went to extra time, and yeah, we closed out.
Yeah, I remember that game quite well. It was like, well, we're 2-0 down. What's going to happen now? Do you know what I mean? How could we do that? And I was sort of confident we would get at least one, but the way that game went to put 4 in, it was like, yeah, I wasn't expecting that because the other team were really good. I mean, you know, the fact that they went 2-0 up showed that they were better organised. But yeah, you didn't expect that at all. So individually, you've mentioned it. What's the individual for you?
Well, individual. Well, this is one of them. Like, because in this game, I had 1 assist and 2 goals. So.
Yeah.
But there was also a game in Form 3. It may have been Form 4, Form 3 or Form 4, and I think we played. It may have been St. Leonard, I don't know. It was a school nearby, and we were losing, I think, 3-0. I didn't start the game, but when I came on in the second half, I played really well and scored a hat trick. Yeah. Scored a hat trick, and yeah, the game ended 4-4. It was just really good because I felt like I could just play freely, and yeah, it was one of my best games for Buckswood, I think.
Obviously, good coach and management going on there. That's
Yeah,
what that.
obviously.
Okay, so obviously the videos are all going out on social media, on our YouTube channel, our TikTok, our Twitter, etc., etc. Somebody watches the video, someone who's thinking about doing football or going to be educated at an English school or wherever. A, would you recommend Buckswood? And B, why?
Obviously, I would recommend Buckswood. And the reason, the many reasons, like, I think the experience you're going to get at Buckswood is, it's going to stay what you want, and it's going to help you improve a lot because, like, the guys here are very competitive, and, like, it's going to force you to improve. Like, there's no way that you're going to come to Buckswood and you're not at least going to, at the end of your experience, you're not going to be a better player. It's going to really help you. And, like, also I must mention the trips and everything. Like, you're going to make you're going to make friends. You're going to make new friends. And you're going to play in different countries. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Who's that? Who's that?
Yesito. Yes.
Oh, Yesito, I'll behave.
I'm coming. Yeah, so the trips, it's going to really help your game. I've enjoyed all the trips I've been on at Buckswood, the football trips, and
yeah,
I think it's just made me a better player. Like, although it was for a short time, I've learned new things from those trips, and so yeah, I definitely recommend Buckswood.
Yeah, oh, good. Is there anything else you want to add, Gabs? I mean, we've answered most of the questions that I've asked everybody else quite quickly. So that's good, no problems. But is there anything else that you'd add on that you feel is important for people to know?
The coaching is really good.
I wasn't trying to get anything out of that, mate.
Like, the coaching is really good, and you've helped me a lot improve my game as a winger, and Trevor as well has helped me a lot, and just, I don't know, being with the under 18s this year and last year has really helped me because, like, we learn new things that I probably wouldn't know because like basic stuff, like, I don't know how to press. Like, Trevor has really made it a mandatory thing to learn, and it's really helped my game because now I like to press and defend sometimes. Yeah.
Defend sometimes, I love it. All right, Gabs. Well, thank you very much for your time today. Oh, there's your forehead. Where are we gone? There we go. I can see just a bit of you're just trying to show off now. Listen, thank you very much, mate, and we'll hopefully we'll get to see each other soon.
Amen. All right.